If you've been working on yourself for a while, but you still have feelings of I'm not good enough showing up, well, not only are you not alone, I've actually never spoken to anyone who doesn't still experience this on some level. The key factor, though, is in your ability to navigate and feel supported through that feeling, which I'll be showing you how to do here, rather than judging yourself and saying, I'm a failure in some level because this feeling is still here. Right? I certainly have feelings of I'm not good enough arise. I'm not claiming it just doesn't exist anymore. In fact, it can appear recording a video like this or maybe looking at the number of views it gets. Right? The difference, though, is that feeling now doesn't stop me from making and publishing the video. The intensity of it in my life is much less. I know what to do with it when it shows up. So if you're finding this appearance of what you're calling I'm not good enough, that feeling, if it's stopping you from taking some kind of action or there's judgment around it, let's talk about some of the things I found really helpful and empowering for myself, as well as other people I've helped with this who were feeling this blockage, like I'm not good enough to do this, and they've gotten their first jobs in a long time or even in their first relationship in some cases. So one of the first and most important things with this feeling of I'm not good enough arising, I want you to open yourself to the idea that it's a feeling and not a failure, right? This feeling appearing doesn't mean you have failed at your emotional work. It doesn't mean you're not healed enough. It means you're a human being who has feelings and reactions to certain things. This feeling happens to be arising. Now, sometimes the more work you've done, the longer you've been in therapy or doing tapping or any kind of technique, you're like, well, after all this work, I shouldn't be feeling this way anymore. The challenge is the moment you're having a thought or even relating to a feeling like this shouldn't be here, this is a wrong feeling, and show me the process to get rid of it, you're now in conflict with the feeling, right? You are trying to fix a problem rather than being curious and open to what is this human feeling I am experiencing. When you're open to it, that's when you can be present with the actual experience, which is when it can be processed. And, there's nothing I'm more kind of passionate about in this type of work than it's not about trying to fix or get rid of a feeling. It's understanding, listening, what is going on here. So it's tuning into, there's a feeling here. Let me move in the direction of the feeling rather than the judgment of the feeling and looking for ways to get rid of it. That will just fight it and suppress it further. In a similar way, even the label itself, I'm not good enough, this is really important, right? That is a mental cognitive description of something that's a very personal, very raw, physical, emotional, somatic experience. So I can say, hey, I've felt not good enough sometimes. Have you? You say, yeah, I have too. Cool, we've both felt I'm not good enough. But the way you experience it versus the way I experience it, right? The particular things that have happened in life, that if you've had severe trauma, that's going to be very different in the way it might show up. If it's like the, person I asked out in middle school and she rejected me and not making a sports team and the different ways that might have reacted inside of me in certain situations, right? It's a very, very unique thing. So how does it show up in your body? When you're feeling, quote unquote, I'm not good enough, let's start to explore, well, what are the specific experiences that are actually happening within me that I'm giving that label to? Because again, the label puts you in your head about it. And it's like, this is a problem. How do I get rid of I'm not good enough? Or how do I think thoughts that are happier or more positive than I'm not good enough? Let's try to convince my mind I'm good enough. Meanwhile, this somatic experience in your body and nervous system, it's not speaking English. It's speaking, we don't like this. It's speaking, I'm not safe here. This reminds me of, that experience in my past that was really painful or traumatic. That's the level we need to work on. So we need to move towards, be open to being present, which is a practice. Like, I'm feeling a tightness in my chest. I'm feeling slumped. I'm feeling like I want to run out of the room, right? That's the actual experience versus just how do I fix the mental thoughts around I'm not good enough. And I have a link in the description that goes more into the process of actually feeling through this. I'll get more to that later. The other thing I want to add about the feeling of I'm not good enough is if you pay close attention, you'll notice it's often context specific, right? Now, you may have sort of underlying beliefs, we all do, but you might not ever have the thought, oh, I'm just not good enough, like using a fork, right? It's just something you do automatically. You take it for granted. But if you start paying attention, there will be specific situations in your life that seem to ramp things up. Maybe it's a certain kind of post on social media. Someone's getting a gig or a job that you've wanted. Or you go into a certain social situation or you're out in public and you feel like, oh, I don't know how to talk to people, which is the thought, right? But slow down and go, wait, what's the situation that's sparking this? And don't just dismiss yourself like, oh, I can't believe I'm feeling anxiety in a grocery store, right? Don't judge it. Don't just label it. Go, okay, I'm here. Something is going on that's making me feel what? It's making me feel like I'm contracting. It's making me feel like I need to get out of here, right? Those are visceral experiences that we learn to be present with. And then even just being present with it gives it a chance to actually move through the system, because your system is very intelligent. It's not all about manipulating it, right? It's what's going on and giving it the space to actually, okay, breathe. I feel it. I feel the tightness in my shoulders. I'm allowing them to raise. I'm breathing into it, right? And then the more present you can be, then you can do any type of emotional processing further. The things we do on this channel, EFT tapping, whatever type of work you do, right? This gives you specific ways to work with what's actually going on, which is an experience that we're giving mental labels of I'm not good enough to. Now, if you want further support on this, if you want to actually process it with me, and as well as feel the support and companionship of other people who you'd be surprised just how many of them struggle with this, there's a link in the description for a free workshop I did specifically on this subject. Said it's totally free. You can go through it. You can tap together. You can process through it, see how to actually get more in tune with these experiences. Hope it helps. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much.